Hello, Internet, and welcome to Tales of Terragia. I am your Dungeon Master and Cosmic Tour Guide, Nick Salentano. I'm joined by the best 6 players in all the realm. Say hi, everybody!
Hi!
Thank you guys so much for joining us for another episode of Tales of Terragia. We're chugging right along, and we're not going to be stopping now, so let's kick in. That's a phrase. We're going to jump in, kicking off. We don't just wrap all those together. We're going to kick off the next episode of Tales of Terragia. Last time, these 6 amateur sleuths had decided amongst themselves to solve the mystery behind the cultists dressed in yellow and their attack on the Scarlet Rail here in Port Elsewhere. Elbrun's first Arcanium-powered locomotive and first in history in the world of Terragia. You followed, investigated, and uncovered a bit about these figures. They call themselves the Tartarucci, wardens of the Great Prison, keepers of the nectar, and heralds of the cleansing, whatever that means. They seem to have set up a sort of base or laboratory beneath the decommissioned Horizons End lighthouse, just on the outskirts of town. There you found evidence that these strange and twisted experimentations that they were doing, weird medical records and books on ancient creatures called Titans, thought to long have been lost to legend. You have encountered one cultist who drank some of this strange teal liquid that you have found to be associated with this cult, which transformed him into a monstrous hulking form. After killing him before it could kill you, you escaped Horizon's End and settled on a sort of trap to lure any potential allies or even members of the cult out into open view with a performance. After nailing her audition, Harmony won the chance to perform at the Music Box Tavern, winning the favor of its proprietor, a soul forge by the name of Ingenue. You banded together to make flyers and spread word throughout the town through word of mouth, tossing flyers from rooftops and the delicate art of put-pocketing. But now, night has fallen, and it's showtime. You strategically placed yourselves around the music box and put on a show, maybe catch a few suspicious characters in the act. Would this performance draw out any Tartarucci? Perhaps it would lure out the tiefling bounty hunter, Kiln, who you know, to be searching for someone that was on the Scarlet Rail. Maybe the lyrics Harmony sang would be convincing enough to drive the cult out of town, hunting down their lost metal box, which you currently have in your possession. Either way, as Harmony serenades her beautiful song, the rest of you had some eventful crowd work. Basil and Nik-Nak, though you tried to remain unseen, you saw someone in the audience use a spell scroll before instantly being drawn towards Sledgehog, driving you out of the music box's hidden room. Tem, you maneuvered your way up close to the stage, where a large burly figure turns towards you, one of his eyes holding multiple pupils in one and brandishing jagged claws that just extended out of his fingers, ripping his fingers right open. Ooh. Anara, you sat with another suspicious character, telling them that members of the cults were here. He responded by stabbing a knife into your hand and leaning in and responding with, "We are everywhere." So we're going to start this episode by rolling initiative, everyone.
All right, which one to pick?
Go.
Which one do you think?
Well, I picked the wrong one.
Yeah, me too.
I usually roll this one first.
The stage lights were in my eyes. Still.
Pretty good, pretty good.
All right, it's going to be a bit tight, a little chaotic, but you guys can make it, right? It's going to be fine. Zakkai, you're starting us off.
Zakkai is going to wild shape, use his armor of sand. So sand, it's going to start like kind of pouring out of like a satchel that he has on his belt, and it's just going to kind of cover his body, and you see him get covered in sand, but it sort of disappears. It kind of like camouflages to match his body, and he just runs into the fight and throws himself at this lady here. Because she was who I was focused on anyway. And I'm just gonna slice at her with both of my sickles.
Do it. Roll the hit.
I'll roll for both. Ooh, pretty good. That is a 24 to hit
That hits.
and an 18 to hit.
Both hit.
Woo!
Are we doing flanking?
Yes.
Is it advantage on multiple?
Yeah, take advantage on
Maybe
it.
you could
Maybe I'll
crit.
crit.
Yeah, you could
Now
crit.
you are flanking, so give me.
Alright.
No,
No, but I appreciate that.
Crit to crit. You still hit both times. Go ahead and move damage.
That is 6 on each slash, and then I'm gonna add my 1 a turn plus I think 2 damage. I can't find it, but I'm pretty sure it's plus 2. For a total of 14 damage.
Damn. You kind of like twirl the scythe that you have around before slashing him in a couple of times.
Yeah,
This woman that you're kind of like slashing into, the rest of them are all dressed in standard commoner's clothes, but as you kind of like rip through it, there's a slight spray a little bit. And instead of crimson blood you would normally see, there's a faint spew of that kind of dark teal liquid that kind of comes out of them instead.
the fuck is that?
Anything else you're doing?
I'm gonna look around. Can I see through the crowd or whatever? What's going on with the other members of our party?
Give me a quick perception check with disadvantage. It's crowded. You guys put out a lot of flyers.
A lot of flying flyers.
15.
15. What are you looking for?
I just want to kind of get eyes on them, see if they're okay.
Okay. With a 15.
'Cause I don't know what's going on with the breakout.
With a 15, you 100% get a good look at pretty much everyone. The only person that you can't see, I believe only because they took a tumble last time, was the person fighting Anara at that table.
Mm.
Anara kind of knocked him down. He was prone, I believe, when we last left off.
Okay.
Otherwise, you get a good look at, you see everybody. If not through the crowd, through the cracks and kind of like around people.
Okay. All right. Then I'll just stay here, but I'll keep an eye on Tem, because I think Anara's fine because I don't see the other guy.
That's fair. All right, Basil, you're up.
I'm gonna try to copy Zakkai's kind of attacks and take my hag great sword and just kind of like stay away from sledgehammer. I can just start hacking away at this guy, like swooping at the legs. So I guess do I get flanking too in that?
You also get flanking, so yes, you can roll to hit.
Oh, that's a net 20.
Yes.
On my Atlantis. So
Who's my
what is our Tekken rules for that?
Yes. We here at Terragia, when you roll a natural 20, you can double the damage, you can double the dice, and then you can choose any number of the dice to reroll once.
Okay, great. I will Great Weapon Master that one for reroll on a 1. So it's a 10 plus, what is that? Wait, so is that double there?
Up to you how you choose to double it. You can either roll double the number of dice, or you can double what you got. Entirely up to you.
Yeah, I'll take the double that, so then will that be 20, then plus 4 for 24, and then adding the hex damage onto that too for another plus 3, so 27.
Is Hex double?
Any dice roll.
Oh, any dice. So yeah, it's another plus 6. So.
Plus 6. This tiny rabbit person with a huge, just half pair of scissors, or scissor, just comes streaking through this crowded bar, swinging it and slicing at this woman who has strange, like, skin flaps that lead from her wrist down to her hips, and her skin looks very sallow. And now she's like gushing blood now, or whatever kind of ichor viscera that's inside of this woman that's kind of leaking out on the floor. It's got gruesome real fast. Anything else that you're doing, Basil?
No, I'm just gonna try to take a defensive stance in front of Sledgehog and get in this guy's way.
Amazing. Next up is Earl, behind the bar.
Earl!
He is gonna
Pass
hop
me a
the
juice!
bar, and kind of close the distance over to where Anara is. I believe the gentleman is on the ground. Kind of scoops up a large kind of skillet on his way over and kind of hops over the bar. Kind of like lumbers over to this guy. Holds the skillet high over his head, looks down at the intruder, whoever had just stabbed Anara in the hand with a knife. Just kind of looks at him and gives him kind of a little pathetic snort through his nose before just swinging the frying pan down. All right.
Come on, Earl.
What do we got?
I love it.
Crit with the pan.
Let him cook!
That's a 14, which hits. So Earl's gonna do 1d6. That has 2 damage.
Nice.
But hey, you know what? Better than nothing. Earl has multi-attacks. He's gonna go swing one more time.
Yes!
Also hits. Doing another, that's Cox. Doing another 6 damage on the second swing. Nice job, Earl.
Cast iron damage.
Mhm. It's KitchenAid damage.
Those things are heavy.
Nik-Nak, that is your turn with Anara. You're on deck.
Okay. Nik-Nak is going to pull down a couple of sequences on his blunderbuss and he's gonna point it at her and is just gonna do like a quick bullhorn sound, like a boop, and he's going to cast Jinx on the person in front of him. So that's, I think, a charisma save.
Charisma save. Let's see what she's got. That is a 4.
Ooh, that's definitely a fail. Okay, sweet. So, okay.
Attack with advantage.
No, not if it requires a save. Flanking only works if it's a roll to hit.
So,
I'm sure about asking about Earl.
Oh, for you? Oh, yes, it would count as flanking. For that.
I'm just asking if Earl had.
Oh, he did not because I forgot, but he hit anyway. So.
so on a failure, or you make the next attack with disadvantage, and if you miss, you immediately fall prone and end your turn. And then for his bonus action, he will just shout, "Sledgehog, battle mode!" And Sledgehog's eyes will sort of like flash red, and he'll sort of like do a little roll over to this woman, kind of containing her, and he will do his little force-empowered rend.
Little arms just kind of like retract into the body and then pop out with 2 little hammers on each end and just start swinging around in little rapid circles. Think a very tiny, slightly less threatening General Grievous from Star Wars.
Yeah.
Hammers around.
So, that's probably not gonna hit. It's an 11.
11 does not hit.
I'm flanking.
Oh yeah, you're flanking.
Oh,
But yes, Sledgehog is flanking.
all right.
Flanking episode.
You're stuck in here with us.
That is a 14.
14 just hits.
Ooh, go ahead, Sledge. All right. D8. That is 6 force damage.
They're not looking good.
Nope,
Anything else you or Sledge are doing on your turn, Nik-Nak?
I think that's it.
Hey, Anara, you're up.
I will attack with my longsword.
Mm-hmm.
With advantage.
And you are flanking, and he is prone, and he is blinded, so you have advantage.
I just feel bad for this guy.
Yeah.
I believe that's a hit. That's
Punch the heck out of him.
Just really
27
damage.
damage.
And that is 10 points of slashing damage.
Mm-hmm.
And then I will. You'll see me kind of one of the hexagons on the tattoo pattern on her shoulder kind of flashes purple, and I will expend a key point to kick in twice.
Alright.
Flurry of blows.
Flurry of blows.
Give him the kicks!
Flurry of blows. That is 19.
19 definitely hits.
7 points of... Sorry, 8 points of bludgeoning damage.
Ooh, alright. That was just one, right?
That was one.
Yeah.
And the second one also hit with a 23.
Definitely.
And another 8 points of bludgeoning damage.
Yikes.
Like, you're everywhere?
Yep.
That's what a potion shop would say.
1000%. It's just a dark flurry of just like feet and blade just kind of coming at this guy. He tries to avoid it and gets cut a few times and then gets smacked in the face to heal a few times. Anything else we're doing anymore?
Nope.
Alright. Cultist's turn.
Hmm.
First up is that big brute next to you, Tem. Is going to turn around on you and is going to use his hand to deliver a haymaker attack.
Okay.
Swings that big arm towards you.
Alright.
That is going to be a 16 to hit.
That is my armor class.
Alright, let's see here. That is going to be 8 points of bludgeoning damage.
Alright. 8. Ouch.
And he's going to attack again. Swing those arms around for another haymaker. That's significantly less. Only 11.
Yep. Then nope.
Alright, second one, you manage to like raise your staff just enough for the crochet hook to like catch the wrist.
Not today.
Amazing.
My friend is up there performing. That's very rude.
Just for supporting the arts, Tim, I'm going to give you. I'm going to go ahead and give you an inspiration.
Oh,
Yes.
Supporting the arts.
Support your creative friends.
Next up is going to be the woman over by you, who's currently surrounded by everyone. She is going to. What? Only thing she really can do is go ahead and attack. You did the most, Basil.
Come on, try to hit me. Try to hit me.
She's upset.
Bring it on. She's surrounded, yeah.
Pick on somebody your own size.
Can I also have her do a con save? I'm using my reaction to do a little damage on her turn.
Absolutely.
Rub dirt in her eye.
That is a 3 for yes. It's definitely okay.
Excellent. She fails. She takes 4 damage.
Yeah.
4 damage.
Slashing.
She's not gonna have a turn anymore. Zakkai.
Okay. After we all do our thing, and I see her start to like target you, I go, "Oh no, you don't!" And I'm gonna like raise up my hands as like spikes of sand kind of like come out of my armor and into her as and then I release them.
She's just impaled several times on these like, spikes of sand that just kind of come out of nowhere and release her, kind of melt back into you.
You good?
Thanks, Zakkai.
Yeah.
Let's get the next one. That's him.
Amazing.
Got the one with the short ears.
I'm turning around towards him.
Oh yeah, she's done so.
Yeah,
She's up though.
she gone.
Pass that hex on yourself real
Yeah.
quick. Alright, the hex with your name on it.
Next up, the one fighting over you and Earl, Anara, is going to kind of use half his movement to stand up from prone. He's going to just snatch up that kitchen knife off the table and try to make 2 quick swipes at you, but he's blinded, so it's going to be a disadvantage. That's definitely going to miss. Second attack. Well, that might be better. 17 to hit. No. You're right.
She said.
Lazy queen. Jealous.
Just like a hand on his head and just like swinging wildly.
Just kind of swinging with no purchase, feeling that he.
I'm over here, fool.
He's been hit a couple of times. He's been taunted now, so he's going to use his bonus action to do Octopodon Camouflage as you kind of watch as he sort of takes a half step back away from you as his skin starts to almost go translucent. You can still sort of see him. It's just like a vague kind of blurry outline. Yeah, it's almost as if his skin is perfectly kind of translucified to mirror whatever's behind him.
Interesting trick. You must show me how to do that after you're dead.
After that, folk, it is Ingenue's turn. You see across the bar there are a few people. By now, the crowd has, at the sight of violence, started to dissipate slightly. A few people trying to run out the main doors. A couple people trying to get a better look and see what's going on. Some people just kind of trying to make some space. But you do see that the Soulforge kind of gently stops forward, her heels gently making a little metallic clinking as she kind of steps forward. Let's see. She's gonna point at the person fighting you, Anara. Let's see. She's gonna go ahead and cast Suggestion. Telling him that what's she gonna tell him? Hey, you big lug! Ain't nothing like that in my book. And she's gonna cast Suggestion. You should skedaddle. And he's gonna go ahead and make a Wisdom save against skedaddling.
Save for skedaddle.
Skedaddle save.
Weirdly enough, he succeeds. Unfortunately, he's able to kind of shake off Ingenue's suggestion, which doesn't make her happy, so hopefully that'll spur her on a bit more. Next up, we have Harmony with Tem. You're on deck.
Okay, so I've just finished my song, and
Everybody loved it.
That's true.
I'm
You did
feeling
get a very-
so full. I'm kind of feeling really full of myself, and fling out my hand to turn the lights up. And I start to bow, and I look out, and the noise that I was hearing is actually now just a cacophony of fighting. I see right in front of me is a big guy that swings at Tem, and Anara's pulling a knife out of her hand and punching somebody. Zakkai just stabbed sand swords through someone and killed them, and she's just oh. Also, I remember that Ingenue had said that she had mentioned that they had magic that was protecting the performers.
She did mention that.
Can I sense or see any sort of spell that's potentially still around me?
Give me a quick Arcana check.
13.
13. As you're kind of up there and with the lights suddenly kind of coming up, you brought him up, you see only because of that instant kind of the quick lights coming on, there's a faint kind of shimmer that is right there, almost like an invisible curtain that kind of surrounds the stage. You at least kind of recognize it as some sort of warding magic, probably nothing that would 100% save you from something, but would be a very good deterrent for any sort of ranged thing coming at you, and probably would dampen a magical effect that crosses that threshold.
Okay. Both ways?
You're not sure.
Okay. Okay. Well, in that case, and also I forget, do the other people they all sort of look a little monstrous now, right?
A little bit, yes. Especially with the lights up, you all can kind of see that these people, not as hulked out as that gentleman that you fought in the lighthouse, but they all seem to be vaguely mutated in some subtle way, or not so subtle way.
Okay. So holding my whistle that I just finished the song with, and looking out, I'm just, oh boy, and the Titan tooth sword that I was holding. So I'll just, seeing that they're the monsters, I'll just pull that out. So I've got my whistle and the sword, and I'm just going to this guy that's very close to me.
Yes.
Just kind of one-handed, just a quick little sharp, really high, sharp noise at him, and cast Dizzy, and that's intelligence save for him.
Intelligence. That's 15.
God dang, he saves.
Smart brute.
And just kind of like, as I'm like still kind of blowing the whistle, and I'll just start backing up a little bit. Just kind of like a little bit back so that I'm not too close to him. And does anyone in our group look injured? Where was everyone?
I got hit.
You just took
I got
a-
hit.
Oh yeah, you got.
stab.
Oh yeah, I just saw you get.
Punched. Yeah. A haymaker.
I'm just, Tem, are you okay? And give you inspiration.
Okay.
Do you need help?
I got him on my hook, but ouch.
And that's it.
Alright. Alright, Harmony, that's it. Tam, you are up.
Okay. Kind of like stopped the second swing on me with my staff. So he's like kind of hooked on. So I will activate it, activate my staff, and all four of the little bells get lit up there. And yeah, I'll look at him and be like, that is extremely rude. You need to learn proper show conduct. And I will just like take and actually like use my staff and like pull him down, like basically like hit him with my staff. So that's gonna be what do I add to this? Okay. Do I want to use the bardic inspiration on this attack roll? Yeah, why not?
You can wait to see if it hits or not.
Oh,
I
okay,
think,
yeah. So then
right?
it would be
Or-
okay. So then 11.
To hit does not.
Okay, so I am gonna use Harmony's bardic that she just gave me. 13.
13. You swing that staff, and it like makes contact, but it's like you're hitting something with it's hitting the side of a wall. He's got a very thick kind of hide underneath that
Okay.
clothing that you kind of realize now.
And if it doesn't hit, does it do anything? That one?
I was just looking. It just says the target and each creature of your choice that you can see must succeed a con save or take thunder damage. It doesn't say like if you hit that attack or not.
Honestly, it happens regardless if it doesn't say, because it's
Because it's
sort
supposed
of
to be like it's like a musical note floats around and it explodes.
Okay.
It's an additional burst of sound.
Yeah.
Sure, great.
So yeah, go ahead. He'll have to make a con save.
Yeah, con save 14.
Let's see. That is an 8. He rolled
Okay,
very
so
poorly.
then 2 thunder damage.
Perfect. Well, now I control the dead.
Yeah, I have that as a cantrip too, so that's great.
You do hit him with the staff,
Yeah,
but
yeah,
it
it's
stops. There's a faint kind of.
Just a little. Okay. Well then, that was my action. And I think that's it. Yeah, I'm gonna like kind of like keep engaged with him there, try and keep him from like, because there's most people have like left, but there's still people in the crowd.
Yeah, there's still
So
stragglers.
just trying to basically keep him from going after any like other people, civilians, to keep him from harming them.
Top of the round, Zakkai, you're up with Basil on deck.
I'm gonna launch myself off this table and kind of land myself there, and I'm going to lash out with sand claws, and that's just gonna be 2 like melee hits.
Go for it.
14.
14. The sandclaw like reaches out and slashes, and it kind of rips through the clothes, and you see that your sandclaws kind of like scratch a little bit, but do no damage to a very thick, almost crab-like kind of shell that is on this gentleman's back.
Gonna move over.
Unsettled, are we?
No. So that I'm not at his back.
Yeah, fair.
And then I'm gonna try slicing him again. 18.
You see? You slash again. It's not just his back
Strategy.
as he raises his arm, and the slash like cuts through the sleeve. That carapace kind of goes everywhere.
Oof.
Jeez.
I
18
see.
didn't hit.
Woo. over here, big guy, as I kind of call his attention and I give us.
Like, careful, Zakkai. He's really strong and has terrible manners.
Yeah, well. Thanks.
Alright. Basil, you are up. Earl on deck.
I'm going to just hop over this guy's body and just kind of help over and be like, let me try Zakkai! Let me see if I can do it!
It's just like
Watch me!
kids playing soccer. We're just pumping on each,
Yeah.
each person.
And then I will, as I'm coming over, I will bonus action hex this guy as well, and I will also give
Let the people know.
Constitution. That's fine.
All right.
So that's disadvantage for his con saves.
Yeah. Ooh, that is a 25 to hit.
That hits.
Ooh, that is 14 plus 120. Sorry, 15.
Damn. Whew. Alright. Whew, 15 damage. Finally, that there is some purchase. Something cuts through that thick shell as this giant pair of, or half
Just
scissor
like
kind of.
cutting to it and just like try to like peel off like a part of his like blade to like
You
expose
rip
like a
through
weak part.
the roof
Yeah.
of a train.
Yep.
You can rip
Yep.
it
Just kind of like starts sawing through his little armor.
The underbelly! The underbelly!
Okay.
Anything else, Basil?
Nope, that'll be it.
The Washington Monument.
Next up is Earl. Earl's gonna kind of like take a step back as that person sort of goes translucent in front of him. Kind of look around and just like
He's right here.
fucking tricks as he kind of just swings that frying pan again. First one, disadvantage. He's invisible.
No,
He's
but
not blind
flanked
anymore.
as well.
Oh, yeah,
Oh, he's flanking, so I guess it would be a
Straight roll.
straight roll. The pan does not make a hit. He's gonna roll again. Second swing. Oh, that one. Ding! Hits him. For 4 bludgeoning damage. He's gonna hold his ground there though. Earl is not one to back down. Next up is Nik-Nak with Anara on deck.
Sweet. Nik-Nak is going to have Sledgehog run in first and just say, Sledge, go protect Hops! And he's gonna like run up next to Hops and cast his Force Empowered Rend again.
Yeah, roll the hit.
That is 18, I believe.
18 does not hit.
Not hit. Okay. And then
It's like Harvey said, hit the underbelly! Hit
so
the undercoat! Hit the undercoat!
Nik-Nak is going to run up next to Tem and then pull out his little brass ball and look up at the guy and goes, I know you were looking for a cube. Have a ball! And he's going to cast Flash as he opens his thing.
I see it coming and I just like...
And I have
Yeah, my ears like over my eyes.
So that's a con save.
Nice.
Ooh.
Hyde's like, what's that?
So that's a disadvantage, right? 'Cause he's
Yes. Yeah.
Disadvantage.
It's a trickery
Oof.
in the foot.
Could have been great, but wasn't. 6.
Yeah, that's a
That's a
fail.
cocktail curse for you.
So he's blinded until the end of its next turn.
Oh boy.
Alright. A lot of blinding.
And any opportunity it makes prior to its turn, it's an automatic miss.
Any opportunity attack? Oh, that's cool.
It's pretty great. Alright. Anything else, Nik-Nak and or Sledgehog?
Nope, that's it.
Well, Anara, you're up.
How's this guy? I mean, I know he's half invisible, but before he went invisible, do you look badly injured?
Not too badly injured. He got like bumped a couple times, but when you did see him, he was very kind of like lithe and springy. Seems to kind of didn't lose any of that.
Okay. I will. I'll attack with the longsword.
Alright, roll to hit.
So it's a straight roll.
Yes, it is, because you are flanking and he's invisible. Cancel each other.
23.
That hits.
Sick.
Like I said, not completely invisible. You can kind of like see the outline just enough that you.
That is 7 points of slashing damage. I think I can make a single unarmed strike
Yes, you can.
without using a key point.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm going to do that this turn with my bonus action. 16, it's going to hit.
16 hits.
23. What is it, 23? That's more like it. It's 15 points of select. Oh,
Dang.
sorry,
Whoa.
sorry, I rolled the wrong.
Whoa.
I was like, damn.
So that is a
7.
hell of an unarmed strike.
Yeah.
Alright.
7, sorry, my bad.
Still. 7
Like
damage.
both feet?
Yeah.
Killed a civilian. one punch.
He did die.
Anything else?
I will remain where I am so that Earl continues to get flanked.
Give him the kicks.
You know
Give him the
you're talking about
kicks.
her, but she's so guilty.
He's fine.
He was fine.
Big Brute's turn. It's definitely surrounded by now.
Can I do a con save?
Yes, you can have a con save,
Wow.
which is at disadvantage.
Wow.
Is it just a reaction you have when it's their turn?
Mm-hmm. Or
just gonna con save him to death.
Yeah.
Can't get through his armor, but we can get through his con.
Or if it moves
Yeah.
into a state.
Just chip damage. Chip damage.
16.
Passes.
Alright. You watch as this kind of larger guy kind of like looks around and sees all these people surrounding him. And he sort of like hunkers down a little bit, goes into like a kind of pulls himself in, arms crossed over his chest as he like closes both of his eyes. And there's like a faint kind of like strain as he kind of like pulls his arms out and kind of releases himself up, and there's a kind of shockwave that kind of emanates out from around him. I will need Tem, Nik-Nak, Zakkai, Basil, Harmony, and Poppy to all make
And-
Constitution saving. Oh no, sorry, Strength saving throws.
Strength
Oh.
save.
Oh.
No.
Through my shield, through the
Oh.
stage shield.
Sorry, Harmony, you do not have to make a strength save.
What's the range?
Must be
It
nice.
is, it is a 10-foot.
Oh god.
Yeah, you
Okay.
should be fine. Yeah.
Oh, it's
So Earl is out of range.
Yeah.
I'm out of range. Harmony's out of range.
Yeah, Poppy's probably
But it
just
will-
right in the perimeter.
yeah. There are squares
Poppy's
on.
out of range.
She's got it.
Seeing some nervous faces.
There we go.
Let's start. Nik-Nak and Sledgehog. How are you doing?
I'm kind of first of all, I guess I'm kind of confused as to how Sledge does he have is it a straight roll because all his saving throws say are Dex and Con.
That's fair. Yes, give me a straight roll.
Okay. He got an 8,
8. Oh.
and Nik-Nak got a 2.
He's so small.
He's like an itty
He's a
bitty
little
boy.
guy.
He's so small.
My little engineer.
There it is.
My mechanic.
10.
13.
13. Alright. Zakkai?
19.
19. Okay. Basil?
Also a 19.
19. Poppy
Little
got
brother mode today.
an 8.
Oh no.
So let's see.
Poppy, I hardly knew her.
Anyone? It's a little too
Spare
good.
puppies.
It's a little too good.
I press the digitation some and like one slow clap.
Anyone who rolled beneath a 13 fails and receives 11 force damage.
So I roll a 13, so it's meet to beat, right? So I'm okay.
Yes.
Okay, great.
That's it. And anyone who did not save, who rolled under that, is pushed 5 feet backwards.
Oof.
Is it half damage for people who succeeded or
No. You're able to.
Oh,
have
nice.
it.
Okay, cool.
Sweet.
Push away.
Swiftly dodge out of the way.
Okay.
I will say with the 8 points of damage, you watch as she's like thrust through the air and kind of lands on the ground. Poppy is unconscious.
Oh, okay.
no!
She only had 6 hit points.
Oh,
I got
Millions.
Worst first date ever.
I'm sure someone here has had a worse one.
We'll get to that. That's next episode.
Yeah, behind the scenes.
Save that for the Patreon.
After
People can vote on who they think's story
Who has
is
the
the-
worst
yeah,
They
yeah.
should be. Yeah.
That's smart.
Absolutely. All right. That is the brute's turn. Next, the person who is currently semi-translucent is going to. They're gonna risk it. They're gonna try to kind of leave that space and circle around behind Anara. And going to try to make an attack on you, Anara. That's probably not going to hit. 16 does not hit. You agile monks, you. That also does not hit.
I'll close my eyes to make it easier for you.
You'd hear a very frustrated. Shut up!
So he's on the other side of me now?
Yes. Kind
Like here?
She's
Or-
dancing with them.
Next up, we've got Ingenue. She's gonna kind of do her best. She sees the large gentleman back there. She's gonna kind of just wag her little fingers at him, and there's like a faint little like kind of like sound that just seems that comes out of nowhere. And she always says, "I always heard big guys move good for their size." And she kind of like with her fingers and casts Otto's irresistible dance on him. He makes a wisdom saving throw and gets a natural 20.
Hey.
Succeeds.
God.
This guy.
Got lucky. Especially because wisdom's not too great on the brute, but succeeded. He was just fine. Anjou sort of just like watch as she realizes that none of her spells have landed. She just crosses her arms and stomps her foot real quick. Just like, or else something's not right. She kind of like looks at her hands. Harmony, you're up with 10 on deck.
Okay, so I see Poppy and Nik-Nak like flying backwards and just like, hey, pick on someone your own size. And with my with amazing dexterity for playing a flute with one hand, I'm just gonna do a little quick little tune, kind of like measured, like I'm thinking about the notes that I'm hitting, and then play like a little specific tune and cast Orb of Delirium on the big guy, and have him do a con save or take, we'll say, fire damage.
Con save is 13.
Fails, it's 14. So
Nice.
it takes 2d6.
Put some pep in his step.
Takes two fire damage.
He's got hot toes, hot toes.
Alright. Not nothing.
Let me mark off of that spell. And I think I'm just gonna stay where I am. Is there anything? Is that spot? That's not. Is there? It's just the piano that's up there.
Yes.
I'm just gonna kind of like be a little behind the piano. Like I'm just getting a little shielded. I'm just like, pick on someone your own size as I'm like kind of starting to hide and like play
Like
a
this
little,
piano.
yeah, and play a little song at it.
Alright.
I should have played it on the piano as I was walking by.
Yeah, it's
We'll say I did that. That's
Yeah.
fine.
Alright.
Yeah.
Run your
You
finger.
step
Yeah,
across it, and
Yeah,
that's how you played a
yeah.
couple
I'm like,
notes. Yeah.
bing, bing, bing. Yeah.
Right.
And then
Anyone
a
else?
little of fire hits him.
Seems appropriate for the path you were taking.
Yeah.
All right, Tam, you're up.
Okay. Having saw Ingenue try and make him dance, and then Harmony get him a little hot feet. Tim says, "Well, how about a little 1-2 step for me as well?" And so I'm going to channel divinity with my Balm of Peace. Balm, BALM, and I'm going to, as I start to move like past him here, just 1 step right over there, little like what looks like almost like a spider web, like a rainbow spider web that is like starts like radiating off of Tem. That's little threads. They're all interwoven and like rainbow light kind of coming off of them as they just kind of create an aura around him of like woven thread that then touches everyone with allies within 5 feet of me, as I can move up to my movement speed without taking opportunity attacks. And so that'll be, it gets to Zakkai there first, back over here to Basil, and then over boom, 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 to then Nik-Nak, Poppy, and Earl over here. And everyone gets, I believe it's 2d6 plus 3 hit points back.
Ooh.
Dang.
That's a lot.
Yeah, so that's going to be, let me just double check that's the right math there. Yeah, 2d6 plus 3. So that's going to be...
Higher.
Right? Never been better.
Like,
Never faster.
yeah.
Everyone that I had hit with that gets 9 hit points back.
Nice.
Uh,
God, these guys need to be hitting harder.
So Poppy comes back up.
Like an adrenaline shot to the heart. Poppy
Yes.
sits up on the floor.
Yeah.
Breathe.
Her eyes just like wide, a blush is just darting around.
That was my action.
Fantastic. Yeah, anything else, Tam?
So that allows me to use, it doesn't use my movement for that. It allows me to move up to mine. So then I'm going to also then move, I'm just going to kind of come over towards the, like, still line of sight with this guy, but over towards the downed corpse over here, just to, like, if anything strange happens with that, as we've left what seems to be a dead woman over here. And then, yeah, that'll be my turn.
All right. Back up to the top of the round. Zakkai, you're up with Fluffle Hops. On
All
deck.
right. Well, now that I see that Poppy's okay, I'm going to use Earth Ripple and try to impale this guy with a spike. Can he do a dex save for me?
Dex. 11.
He fails, so it's 3d8 piercing. That's 7 plus 6,
Nice.
so 13.
13.
13 damage plus my extra 2 from my feature. So 15 damage. I'm also just gonna shift around there. Help my buddy out here.
Help a hop out.
Help a hop out. Say that 3 times fast.
Mm-hmm.
Bunny hop inside.
Can't. My screen won't work, so I can't see my bonus actions. I don't have bonus actions. That's my turn.
All right.
Keeping it short and sweet.
Hell yeah. Basil, you are up.
I'm gonna very Shadow of the Colossus style try to just like jump up on top of this guy and just like stab into him as much as I can, and just like stab him, just like control him and get underneath his like armor and just expose some bits.
Try to like, what do you call it?
I'm just gonna like
Oyster
ratatouille him
hunt somebody
almost and
open.
like stab into him and try to control his movements. So that's what
Shuck
I'm doing.
him.
Yeah.
Is that what's happening in that movie?
Reverse ratatouille.
Go ahead and roll
Reverse
it.
ratatouille.
That would be a 20 to hit.
That hits.
Yeah. Thank you for your advantage. Oh, great. I'll master that. I can't do that twice, right?
No.
Okay. So that is 6, 10 there, and then the hex damage for 12 damage total.
You're not quite getting control of him, but you definitely hit several nerves of the nervous system as you just dig that blade in there and start just finally
Just
shaking
flailing
off.
off. And he's,
You gotta pry the shell off. Just behind the. No,
Behind the piano.
You gotta get the right leverage.
Amazing. Anything else you're doing, Basil?
Yeah, because I don't have those sections either.
Alright. Coming to Earl. Earl is going to... He rolls his eyes at the fact that somebody can be invisible and is going to go ahead and try to close the distance with the big guy there. Jen, what are you doing?
Oh, big guy, this one?
Yeah.
Oh. Where did he start?
He
Here?
was about here, so it's
He's
like 5,
got
10,
30 feet
15,
in
20.
movement.
Yeah, he's good.
Perfect. He's going to swing...
Don't worry, I got it.
Swing that frying pan.
You got Ingenue. All of her spells that have landed.
First frying pan does not hit, or rather it does, but it just kind of boom and reverberates a little bit off the shell.
Did he get flanking?
Oh, he didn't, so that's going to give him advantage. Worse
He doesn't have
than
anyone
before.
opposite. Oh, is it? Is it what happened?
If it's more than 2,
Oh,
you
okay.
get it.
Mm.
Oh,
But
you
but
don't- whenever
but if
that-
it's 2, they have to be across.
Oh,
from each
okay.
other.
okay. Neat.
Right. Oh, that is going
So
to
it's flanking
do...
and bobbing almost.
Mhm.
He meets it, so his second attack does hit. He's going to
Ding.
swing that frying pan for 2 points of bludgeoning damage.
Yes.
Go,
Woo!
girl.
It's something.
He's doing.
Don't underestimate
he's-
the frying
he's
pan.
trying his best.
I never will.
Insert frying pan Foley.
Yeah.
It's a speech sound.
Nik-Nak, you're up with Anara on deck.
All right. Nik-Nak's gonna have been blown away into that sort of like table, and then just be like, and then sort of like scream and like run at him. Gonna pull back all 4 hammers on the blunderbuss and try and hit him with that.
Roll a hit.
I don't have advantage. You don't get advantage if they're blinded, right? They get disadvantage. Is that what it is?
If they are blinded,
Yeah.
I believe
You get advantage and they have disadvantage too
Oh.
on their attacks.
Oh, no,
I just wasn't sure.
And you
I
should
think
also.
you get advantage.
Yeah, you
on-
have advantage on attacks against
But
them.
is that a missile though? Is it a ranged attack? Or
It is. Does that matter?
don't
I think within
it
5 feet,
matters.
it's disadvantage on ranged attack.
Oh, for you.
Um,
so you wouldn't run all the way.
I think.
Or is that not for a blunderbuss?
I think this specific weapon. Let me just make sure.
I think you're okay, but
Typically,
Yeah,
ranged
double
weapons are within 5 feet. You get disadvantage,
Yeah.
but I don't know. whether
bows,
it's-
crossbows, kind of.
Is that the same
Oh,
with ranged
that's
spells
true.
too?
No,
Not
next spells
spells.
don't have that.
I don't know.
disadvantage.
Okay. I mean, Nik-Nak would know that. Can I just like move him back to where he lives? No.
Stand on top of the
He's
table.
gonna be on top of the table.
Yeah.
He's gonna
Give
feel,
him better.
gonna feel very
the
tall.
height. Yeah.
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 So yeah, he's still within 15 feet, so I can do that. So I guess that's the advantage part. All right. 22.
That hits.
All right, sweet. So what is that? And then he has to, I believe, make a strength saving throw.
And so do you.
I always forget that. All right.
The kickback.
Oh gosh, it's 11. Which, for me means I go and like go back into the bar.
That far?
Yeah, it's 15
Off the
feet.
table,
Yeah.
Vince is slamming into the bar.
Right.
So there's a loud raucous explosion that shoots Nik-Nak backwards. His strength save was a 14.
Oh, so he actually gets pushed
Oh,
15 feet away as well.
Oh shit.
Does he bounce off any sort of arcane shield around the stage?
He does not.
And he also takes. Ooh, not bad. 17 points of piercing damage.
Wow. That was a good shot.
As I see him flying in the air towards me, I'm just like,
Go for the eyes, Nik-Nak. Go for the eyes.
As he kind of like is flung off his feet and lands kind of on the stage. Harmony, you kind of like have to take a step back as he hits the piano and it scooches a little bit, and you just kind of have to he kind of wrestles himself to his feet. Anything else you're doing? Or Sledgehammer?
Yeah, can I see him at all, or is he still got that sort of like thing going on?
He's still
Okay.
translucent.
All right. Just look over at Anara and be like, Anara, they're over there. And then I'll have Sledgehog. I'm actually, he wouldn't have Sledgehog go up there alone because he knows what's up with Sledgehog. So he's gonna have Sledgehog just continue to protect his buddies. Yeah, that's my turn.
All right, Anara, you're up.
So now the translucent gives me disadvantage on
Yes.
attacks.
He's considered invisible.
Okay. So I will just sort of dance around to the side and say, "Still gonna try and hit you." 14.
14. Does not hit. Wait a second. Nope, does not hit.
It hit the first time.
14?
Thought so. Could be wrong.
I'm looking at the wrong stat block. That is the brute. 14 does hit.
Good memory.
Yeah, it's not
Okay, so
I was
Six
like,
seven.
but like, okay, the DM said.
That's what he
so-
said.
7 points of bludgeoning
They're all
damage.
next to each other. How much?
7.
Okay.
So I kind of dance around, like, I can still see you. And kick in the head. If I saw you better, that would knock you out. And then I will just, I'll make another single unarmed strike.
All right.
Miss.
All right. Kind of
Slippery.
like sidesteps a little bit. And, kind of, again, you're like you're nailing this good half of your shots, which is pretty good for fighting an invisible opponent. But yeah, he's just able to kind of use the kind of shadows and tricks of the light to kind of avoid that second hit. Anything else you were doing?
No, but just so you're aware, I used unarmed strikes instead of my sword, so I have agile parry up this turn.
Yes.
Nice.
Gives me
That's
extra
a hitter.
2 points to my AC.
Oh.
Unarmed,
Invincible
impossible to hit.
Unarmed.
Yeah.
Make it just a little bit more impossible.
That's impossible. All right, that brings us to the brute's turn.
Harder than invisible.
He is going to, you know what? Yeah. Sorry, Harmony.
Oh no.
He's gonna try to close that distance over there.
song.
Don't go for Harmony! How dare you try to upstage Harmony!
Terrible manners.
He's gonna try to grapple with
Screw
you
matters.
with a contested strength check.
So that's
I guess some
not
big muscles.
something.
Or you could use acrobatics.
Can I shield a grapple attempt?
Mm-mm.
It's
I
just
don't
Because it's a
believe
save.
So, no, you have to.
I don't know how it works, but I think he is technically still blinded.
oh, it says when you're hit by an attack or targeted by
Yeah.
magic missile. I had shield.
Yeah, how would that work?
Well, you said he's blinded still?
Technically until the end of his turn, yeah.
I'll give him disadvantage on his strength check to
Okay.
try and grab you.
And I
He's
can
like,
use-
"Shit."
You can use athletics to do
Athletics
or,
or
or
acrobatics.
Harmony or the
yeah,
piano.
whichever you prefer. Yeah.
Probably.
Yeah.
Big old upright bass.
What'd you get?
21.
21? You succeed as his big arm comes back. You'll be able to duck underneath it. He's not able to see. Just kind of.
I just kind of do like a little like spin kind of twirl and like nope. And can I kind of like hop up onto the piano?
Yeah, okay, sure. I'll do
It doesn't.
that.
I don't
I'll
have.
give
I
you
don't
that.
have to.
I'll
It's
give
more
you
for
that.
flavor.
No, especially if it's for favor. I will give you
Okay.
that. Especially. He's trying to grapple as an action, so that's it for him. Next is the invisible guy. He's done hiding. You see that Anara, he's seemed to have grown a bit tired of the taunting that you kind of dishing out to him as he suddenly kind of, his skin becomes fully opposite of translucent, opaque. There you go.
Milky.
As he like opens his mouth and you see that same thing before, there's a first row of like human teeth, and right beneath them is like a long kind of anglerfish needle-like kind of teeth. The second As he kind of like opens his mouth, the jaw opens unnaturally wide as he uses acid spit against you. Oh, it's a roll to hit. I thought it was a cone.
Is it a ranged weapon attack?
It is a ranged weapon attack.
Deflect missiles? Does that work?
Ooh.
That's if you're.
That's an interesting question.
Yeah.
Use a reaction to deflect or catch the missile when you're hit by a ranged weapon attack.
I will say that you are more than welcome to catch it. You will be catching acid, as opposed to
But I can
catching a
use
missile.
sword.
Like deflect. Yeah.
Okay, all right. You know what? Fair enough.
Because you gave me that. It's a special ability of the key sword.
Acid.
When you use deflect missiles feature and holding the key blade, you can choose to use the weapon to attack the missile instead of catching it.
Wow.
Hoisted by my own creativity. But all right, that was
Attack the
a.
fireball directly.
It was a 17 to hit.
Well, I missed anyway.
He doesn't like that at all.
When you get, can you not shoot it back yet?
Only if
or-
I catch it.
Okay,
So
okay.
that's only for physical.
Okay, okay.
Physical
Catch a
missile.
loopy.
Yeah.
Yeah. Slap it back.
Yeah.
Wet acid sound.
It's like
just-
Tai Chi it back, like water bend right back almost to him.
It actually would
Yeah.
be quite a move if you caught someone's loogie and then
Yeah.
slapped it.
You slapped him with it.
Oh,
yeah.
That's
pretty
what
good.
a power
Sick.
move.
Try it at home, kids.
Yeah, it's only if I can hit with the attack. So.
That's it for him. That brings us to Ingenue. She's gonna try to make something work.
Come on, girl.
Poor girl. She's gonna turn towards it now that she's. Oh, there you are! And points at the guy.
Nice.
She's going to cast. She's gonna cast Shatter.
Oh wow.
And set it just so that Anara doesn't get hit. She's gonna
Break his eardrums.
position the
Always appreciate
the
that.
10-foot. So it's gonna be a con save for him. That is a natural 1.
Oh,
yeah.
yeah.
We get some damage from Ingenue.
Let's
So
go.
I'm gonna go
Damage
ahead
you.
and just gonna cast at 3rd level. Why not? That's a 9. Thunder damage. And oh nope, they're not made of stone, crystal, or metal, so they are fine. But
Fleshy meat bones.
there is a sudden kind of just like loud. It's almost as if someone just smashed 13 windows all at once. This loud kind of like crashing sound that kind of like echoes just in one area. So you'd almost see like lines as if someone just broke an invisible mirror in the air as it kind of like cracks everyone around him and kind of fades. That is all Angenue's going to do. She's going to remain where she is. That brings us to Harmony with Tem. You're up next.
Alright. So I had just kind of like shimmied out away from his grasp and kind of hopped up onto the piano, and I'm just gonna slide over like a little bit and slam my hand down on the like bass keys of the piano and cast Toll the Dead. So it's just like a kind of cacophonous like boom,
See?
and it's a wisdom save.
Wisdom
Moving to the bass
save.
key.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
I was like,
yeah.
Let's see. Wisdom. That's a 13.
Fails. Yes. So where's a 12? Ooh. 1, 4 necrotic damage.
Chronic damage. Whew. He's hanging in there, but just barely. But as you kind of like let out that sound, there's that kind of deep, dark kind of gong-like ring. You do see he staggers a little bit on his feet. Whatever you did to him is almost like pushing him down like a heavy weight. He's struggling to kind of keep going.
I'll just kind of. You knocked it out of tune. It was in tune before, and now it's not. And I'm just gonna try to. Can I use the rest of my movement to try to just get away from him?
Yeah, sure.
I guess just kind of down the side of the stage. I'll like kind of run away.
Like here?
I probably had like 20. What did I have? 30. So I probably had like 25 more.
He's going to take an attack from
Yeah.
against you.
But he has disadvantage because he's blind.
Yes,
still?
he does. Let's see. That is a.
Does actually automatically miss.
Oh, because
Oh, part of the thing.
Yes, it does. So it automatically goes wide, swings right on.
I just do another.
End of his next turn.
His next turn. Okay.
He hasn't gone yet, right?
I thought you
Since,
tried
He
to
did,
go-
just tried to
Oh,
go.
he did.
Went.
So
Oh,
yeah,
so,
never
it's,
mind.
He's
so
not
he does
blind
get.
Oh, he's not
He does.
blind
So
So
it
anymore.
does trade.
Okay,
It does
sorry.
trade.
Oh.
No. Good.
Yeah, the grapple threw me. I was like, that's not an action. That's not a turn.
That's a 19 to hit you.
As he swings an arm out and I'm kind of hopping down off the piano, I'm just gonna reach up and do one more little blink and cast shield.
Big hand, just a big claws, just like sticking into that shield, but just a few feet above you.
Earl, get this guy out of here! And like keep running.
Okay. Anything else?
No, that's it.
Tem, you're up.
Okay. I'm gonna just cast Guiding Bolt at first level. See if I hit this guy over here after he just swung on Harmony.
Yeah, roll a hit.
That's a natural one, so that's not gonna do it. Oh, but do I want to use that inspiration?
Yeah.
Right
Yeah.
now?
Well, the inspiration, right?
Yeah.
Not the
So
bardic.
that.
The
Yeah.
DM. No, it's
but
like
that's more. I think that's more.
The big boy.
That's more
Yeah.
precious than this. Okay. So you see, Tem goes to shoot one of his beautiful balls of threaded yarn, just giant tangle of thread off to hit him as the dong, a cacophonous sound, and it just completely like whiffs right over his head. And you're like, Harmony, you're so good at music. Why would you do?
I purposely
Threw me off too.
I purposely hit the wrong note. I'm sorry. I didn't know it was gonna throw off your spells. It was on purpose.
I trust you. After we saw that beautiful performance, I have no doubt.
Absolutely.
I will just move like around behind this table here, over kind of just like off to the corner. And yeah, no bonus action, so that's it.
Alright. Top of the round, Zakkai, you're up.
Um,
Basil on deck.
When I saw him going after Harmony, I'm gonna say that Zakkai started moving like during that process, so I didn't see you come back. So I was starting to run at him, and then when I get
I will say whether it affects your movement or not.
Hmm.
That's up to you. As you start to move away, you feel a gentle tug on your pants as Poppy looks up at you. No. You can keep moving if you like. She is not holding on enough to give you any resistance. But I will say that is what is happening.
Is it difficult terrain?
I'll turn to her and I'll say, "Poppy, I'll be fine. Get out of here." And I'm gonna like get out of her grip and keep going.
As you kind of run away, you just
I
hear
think she was
fading
worried
into like the
about
crowd
you.
behind you.
Oh. I thought she was like, "Don't run to the big guy."
He's like, I'm not worried about you.
Like, I'll be fine.
Well, that really sounds
That makes sense.
I'm not changing anything.
Continue.
As soon as I'm within 10 feet, I'm gonna, with my like sand claws, swipe out twice, and do some melee attacks.
Yeah, roll a hit.
That is a 23 to hit.
That hits.
That one's not gonna. That was a 10 to hit.
Does not hit.
So that is 10 damage plus 2 for my other thing.
10 damage plus 2.
12 total.
Zakkai, show us how it's done.
Hey!
Oh.
All right. I'll be fine. Get out of here. And I run over with my sand claws. They come up just as like she's passing, and this yarn is flying over my head. I'm gonna go. All right, time to get buried in the sand, crab. As I kind of with both arms come down over him, so he gets kind of like crushed in the weight of it.
As you kind of like reach up, you will watch as like Zakkai looks almost exactly the same as he did before the sand shield. Everything, the sand just kind of came up and just sort of instantly kind of created a second skin. Now you kind of see it as his arms go out. It's almost as if his arm just like extends and gets bigger, but it's just made out of dirt as it just kind of comes over. The fingers kind of end and points as it just clumps down this guy. Crushing him flat, so he's out of there.
Yeah.
That's it. Anything else, Zakkai?
I'm gonna turn around. Is everyone all right? And that's my turn.
Basil, you're up.
How far away is this guy that we could have seen the whole time?
Let's see. Oh, this last one.
Yeah,
over
yeah,
here?
this last one.
He's 30.
Yeah, he's about
It's about 30. Okay, yeah. I'll just go like, let me help Anara! And I'll just kind of go over and like jump over the table. And as I'm jumping over the table, and just try to slam down and attack right onto him.
Excellent. Roll to hit.
Can I, as I'm doing that, transfer over the hex over to him then?
Yeah.
As well? And then give him disadvantage on wisdom. Sure. Move it all around.
Safe bet.
That would be a 22 to hit.
Definitely hits.
Again. That is a 12 plus. That is 16 damage.
16 damage. Basil, show us how it's done.
Yeah. So I managed to just kind of go over it, and then as I'm just like on that last chair, I just kind of do one of those like falling over as the chair as well,
Yeah.
bringing the chair down, and, like,
Yeah.
slam into him and just kind of just cut him in half.
Anara, you watch as
I saw you the whole time too. Just
person just bisected down the middle, and then spray of that kind of like teal. I mean, it's a deeper, darker teal than you normally see, with it almost purplish as it's been mixed with that kind of natural red of human bodily fluids. But last person falls, you're out of combat. As the rest of the people start of fleeing and running from the tavern as fast as they can, you watch as some people are running out into the streets calling for constables. There are some people that are still trying to like get a good look, but you kind of watch as almost instantly Earl kind of goes into bouncer mode and starts to like kind of start clotheslining people, like nothing to see here. Start ushering people out the door. No refunds. It's real loud.
wait, is there no encore?
I'm gonna
No.
search the body of this dude.
Yeah, roll an investigation check.
Yeah, I guess I'll check the sand guy. The crab guy, I mean.
All right, roll an investigation check.
I'll check the lady that was going after
Roll
us.
investigation check.
I'm going up to Poppy and making sure that Poppy is okay after having come back from the brink of death.
You kind of walk over to her. You see that she's kind of like underneath one of the tables, like just like clinging to the table.
Hey, it's okay. It's done. We got them. It's all taken care of. Are you okay?
Okay, I'm fine.
You
I don't know
very,
how.
you were very
I don't
brave.
know, I'm fine.
You were very brave. This was an unexpected situation. So calm down. We're gonna take care of it. It's okay.
Okay.
Right?
I don't think most concerts are usually like this.
So stay here. We're gonna figure it out. Don't leave. Okay?
Okay. And she just clings harder to that little pull of the table. But yeah, just watch as kind of Earl is ushering everybody outside, and there's the faint little clinking of metallic like steps as Anjanu kind of steps over one of the bodies and kind of looks over it. Well, that sure was quite a little performance.
Thank you.
Need a little bit of explanation.
Oh, we don't know who these people are. What happened in the crowd? I couldn't really see.
Yeah, maybe we need an explanation. Why are these guys attacking your bar?
They were causing quite a ruckus and surrounded the whole stage while you were performing. We were trying to figure out what was happening. It was really unexpected that they attacked.
Yeah, they started it.
Indeed, they did. And they also started it not going after the register, any other guests, myself, or our local talent. She kind of points to Earl. However, they all seem to be very interested in you guys.
That's weird.
Maybe they are jealous of the performance.
All right, I can see that. Whew, that's pretty good. It's
feasible
You know,
explanation.
it was highly publicized. There was a lot of hype.
Again,
maybe they're
I
a
want to
rival
circle back
band.
to
Yeah.
the fact that you guys' performance was advertised.
Well, the city has been on high alert, hasn't it? There was that attack on the train and
Well,
some other.
and like I said in the song, you know, the retelling of the events
Yeah.
as they happened, that the mysterious group of heroes that saved the train disguised themselves to look, I think, like us, as like a trick, to divert attention from them.
So they were wrongdoers who were just trying to stop the story from being told. Can you believe that?
censorship.
Silencing justice.
They're trying to silence the arts.
I will need Tim, Zakkai, and Harmony all to do deception checks.
While that conversation is happening, it's quickly trying to rifle.
Yes.
I got 17.
17?
Investigation.
14.
14.
13 deception.
19.
Alright.
21.
21. Alright. She kind of like leans back a little bit. There's no emotion or skepticism kind of portrayed on her face since it's just a flat sheen surface. No expression of emotion, but there is that kind of tense few seconds of quiet as just her expressionless face stares at you before she goes, "All right," and kind of just turns back around. "Oh, I could use a drink," and kind of walks over to the bar and kind of like waves Earl over.
Ooh, me too. Settle next to her.
For the two of you that are hunting, or somebody else, someone else was also.
I didn't roll well, so I don't know.
Uh,
Yep, he's dead.
I don't care.
The bigger guy, you would find nothing on him anyway. Let's see
It rolled
here.
perfectly then.
There are a couple things on, or one each on the other two. As you're kind of like rifling through her pockets, Nik-Nak, you're able to pull a small, kind of almost like diamond-shaped vial of that electric teal kind of substance that was on this woman. There's also a similar vial on the one that you were checking, Anara, and there's also, despite the fact that this man was using the kitchen knife that he took off the table to kind of slash at you, you do see that he did have another dagger kind of strapped to, like, basically his boot, just inside the boot. There is a kind of dagger in a sheath kind of hidden there.
But he didn't use it in the fight at all.
No, he grabbed what was quick and easy.
Got it.
But other than that, those are the only things that you will find.
Documents, no pieces of paper.
If
No,
I-
no, nothing.
I'll
No money, no coin purse, no anything like that.
Were there
Yes,
any
it's
possible like scraps of like the yellow cloth and like turquoise on any of them, something like that, or is that what they were wearing already?
They were wearing all were wearing kind of like generic commoner clothes this time around. You only were able to identify them by their mutation and
Right.
blood and stuff, but they seem to be incognito while here.
I think she had anything like a belt buckle, any metal on her, all right into the craftsman's bag.
I'll say you can pull a belt buckle off and gnaw through the leather.
So I'll take the vial and the dagger.
And if I just kind of go back up and look at the guy that's up on the stage, would I be able to surmise any sort of like, is this like a new form of experimentation? Is it like, you know, because you were saying that the blood was kind of darker. It wasn't like the electric teal kind of, I don't know. Is there like, does it seem like this could be like a new form or like something a little different?
Make a medicine check. 12. It's by the signs of them, and you get getting a closer look at them with more light now. You can see that there is any kind of like surface level veins that you see just underneath the skin have a faint teal kind of like hue to them. The blood that is coming out is a kind of almost purplish color, tealish purple only because you can tell it was that whatever that teal substance is and blood kind of mixed together. That's what runs through their veins. It also, just based on their own, each individual's mutation or whatnot, clearly isn't as transformative as that man who turned into a huge hulking person. This seems to be more micro dose kind of individual kind of. Whatever they were on was more less kind of would lose control and hulk out and more kind of take on these adaptations.
It seems like they might be getting a little, I hate to say better, but better at their refining process maybe. We've seen the one man that turned into kind of a full, monster of sorts. Maybe this is a different version.
In front of everyone, like ingenue.
Well, no, not if we just lied to her. If I
She went over to have a drink at the bar.
Yeah,
so
just want to make sure
Yeah,
we
yeah.
have a conversation.
I assume that
we
like
don't do that.
all the rest of the like patrons left.
Yeah,
Right now.
I
you
told
said
Poppy
people,
to
ran
stay.
out and calling for constables. I'm going to take a quick look outside and see are constables coming.
Yeah, your perception.
That's a 19.
19. You kind of look outside. You do see there's a small lingering crowd that's still trying to like, what's going on in there? A lot of people have kind of either run, simply just because of the spot in town the music box is located in. They're probably, even if people are running for constables or authority, they probably won't be here for a few minutes. Only
Is
because
there
it's,
like a closed sign?
not like on exactly the thing itself.
That I
But
can just flip.
If the door is closed, it's closed kind of
yeah,
place.
essentially. Yeah.
Well, the constables
But-
won't come in if it says closed.
Closed. Rules.
But Earl is also kind of like at the door as you get there, as he's sort of
We
like
just close this off for the moment.
kind of like looks at you,
Tidy up.
nods and shoves it, and kind of like you expect there to be like a lot more kind of grandiose to it, but he just closed the door and just turns the one padlock or
Okay.
kind of like walks away.
Should we be here when the constables arrive?
I don't think
So I don't really think so either.
Well, we didn't do anything. They attacked us.
You're still gonna question us though.
But they're kind of looking for a kobold and
the herring god.
It might not have been long enough for the seeds that were sown in the song
For the word
to
to
really
take
start
off.
to take. We need a little more time for
Yeah.
the word to get out.
Maybe the show needs to hit the road.
yeah.
Yeah, I think so.
Anjanu, is there a back door or something somewhere we can leave?
I don't think so. I think we keep asking every time we're here if there's a back door.
Yeah, there ain't no back door or nothing. Just the one way in and out, and then there's the room.
And she kind of points to the wall where you all know that the hidden room is.
You should consider making a back door.
I suppose it could.
It might be a fire hazard if you don't.
Yeah.
If,
Oh,
That is true.
if we were to
what
rent
do I remember about
the
that?
private room
Yeah.
and people came asking around, would we have privacy?
Well, sure. Anyone who goes in that room has total privacy.
Our names won't come up?
Well, whoever's name you put down on the rental agreement.
Standard pricing?
You just hear from like behind as he's like cleaning up. 2 gold for an hour! As Earl kind of shouts from behind the bar.
Everyone, we could hide here.
Try and hide here.
It's a hidden room.
It doesn't look like any constables are coming. Like,
Well, we don't know.
these kind of fights happen.
Oh, you
Okay.
worry about them showing up? They'll be here in like 15, 20 minutes.
Oh.
This part of town ain't important enough.
Okay, so we could just
Well,
get out.
Rapid
We can-
swingers.
Well, Anjanu, if we have some time, can we help you kind of tidy a little bit? I feel a little bad that they kind of trashed your place.
Yeah, corpses don't really match the ambience.
She kind of like starts waving her hand a little bit, and there's faint little like jingly sounds as she like starts doing prestidigitation.
I'll just kind of
at least-
copy and help out.
At least clean up like blood stains and broken glasses and whatnot.
Like siphon my sand back into.
Well, maybe
Hey, does back.
maybe we should escort Poppy back to the loose cannon, and
Oh.
we can
Poppy.
get there. Yeah, she's hiding underneath the table there.
You see a little hand poke up behind. I'm still here.
Poppy, are you okay? I told you to go. I walk over to him.
I'm fine. I think.
Did you get hurt?
Yes. I'm pretty sure I got hurt very badly, and then I wasn't. And I'm very confused.
You might
Okay.
need to carry her back.
I think I think you should get home right away and rest.
Okay.
You don't seem like you're doing so well.
Should we escort her and go back to the loose cannon where we have a room that is unknown to the constables?
That's a great idea.
Let's go there.
We'll
go
walk
back
you.
together.
Yeah, let's walk back together.
She needs the support, and
We're happy
Zakkai,
to give you our friendly support.
I'm sure you can help.
Always.
I like nudge Harmony. I'm like,
Okay. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Okay. Sure.
And she kind of like gets out in front of the table and comes up to you guys. Who's close.
we'll
shoulder to
all
shoulder
go
with
together.
Zakkai.
We'll all go together back to the loose cannon.
We'll escort you, Poppy.
It'll be alright.
Okay. Thank you. I really appreciate it.
Of course.
Not every day a guy with claws and 2 eyes and 1 eye just throws you across the room somehow without even touching you. I'm really weirded out, you guys. You all seem really calm. Like weirdly
We're
calm.
scared too.
For
It's
something
know
like
when
that.
traumatic things happen, sometimes you just rise to the occasion.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's still just the adrenaline.
Yeah. I'm really scared right now.
Make a deception check.
Okay, 18.
18. Okay. And when you say that,
You're not alone.
you say that, and then she almost weirdly, like, takes a breath and calms for a minute, and reaches out and takes your hand.
We'll look out for each other.
And she's got a vice grip on those fingers.
For the walk back, yeah, we will.
It'll be okay.
Let's go.
I'll on the way out,
Spike
I will head over to our engineer and say we apologize if any of this had anything to do with our show. Perhaps, and I put 5 gold down on the bar. If the constables do get here eventually, it would be willing not to mention
She kind of like looks over.
us.
There's a faint little clink as each one of her fingers kind of lands on each coin. She kind of pulls it up. And it's almost her hand has, even though it's a human hand shaped, it has the dexterity of one of those like Vegas card shuffling machines. And she kind of like stacks the gold real fast. And she kind of looks at it, puts her hand over it, and lifts her hand away, and the gold is gone.
Ain't exactly make up for my revenue that I lost tonight. But if any constables happen to come asking, I'll say that everyone left at the same time.
That would be fine.
I'll kind of, if I was gonna say something to her on the way out too, so maybe I was like kind of standing there with you. And, well, and maybe I'll owe you another headlining night to make up for the revenue.
Oh, Dollface, you owe me way more than that.
Different song, perhaps next time.
Yeah, maybe a calming, slow dance.
Sound bath meditations.
Yes. Yeah.
Well, chaos or not, I gotta admit, you got skills, girl. So if you are looking for another performance, provided you welcome more acceptable patrons, you're more than welcome on the stage.
Maybe we'll bring some security next time.
Yeah, Earl can't handle everything.
Yes, I can.
It's like I'm.
You can handle the juicer real good.
As he's just like sweeping behind the bar. And with one hand, other hand, book.
Back to the book.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow.
Is he into the book that we gave him at all, or
Still on the one that he was reading.
Okay.
He's a one at a
he's
time.
He's a one book guy.
He's a
Yeah.
completionist.
Good.
I
Respect
appreciate that. Yeah, respect. Yeah.
Well, we should get back to loose cannon then before anything happens. Thank you, Anjanu,
Thanks, Ajanu.
and
Earl.
Earl.
All right, Poppy, let's go.
As you guys are kind of heading out, she sort of like in the background as like the door is closing, kind of walks up to some of the corpses, thinks about how to get rid of it, and just kind of points her finger and just casts Scorching Ray 3 times. Out of one little finger as the door closes. But now you're all back on the streets. What's the plan, you guys?
Head towards.
I think we're headed
Poppy
towards
clings to
cannon.
your hand.
Yeah.
Lay low in this cannon for a little bit.
Yeah, I think
It's like pretty late, or like 10 p.m.
Yeah, it's like evening. And
What time concerts normally get out? 10 o'clock, right?
I wish.
Yeah.
Can we get like a tight perimeter around Sledge, everyone, if you don't mind?
yeah, of
Yeah.
course.
Yeah.
I'll keep an eye out for
Can create the little Secret Service bubble around Sledge.
Yeah.
Do you have
Yeah,
a
hey, you, Poppy, stand in the middle with Sledge. You'll be okay.
Nik-Nak? Do you have a way to disguise Sledge at all? Or
A little bow tie.
Well, I've got plenty of tools, but it's hard to disguise the,
yeah,
5 foot tall metal hedgehog with hammer hands.
I suppose that's true.
I can roll them up.
he snaps in his little sphere form.
And
Dung beetle.
Better than nothing. So
Yeah.
it's fine for now. As long as we hustle back, I think we should be okay.
Yeah. And then we'll just make our way, keeping an eye out.
As you kind of get to the city, give me a group stealth check just to try to avoid drawing any attention to you guys.
I hope everyone rolled well.
Come on, big brother.
You too.
All right, this team decided to take it. Okay, how about you guys? Anara?
23.
23. Nik-Nak?
18.
18. 10.
5.
5. Harmony?
Natural one.
Natural. one.
Oh no.
Total of 5.
5.
7.
Oh, okay. I thought that was.
I thought that
also
was good.
Oh, yeah.
No, we both rolled 2s.
No, we both rolled 2s,
Yeah.
yeah.
I mean, one for
The
a,
saddest high five.
one for a 5, yeah, but a
Okay.
natural one. I still have like little bells that
Tingling.
are still on my
And
shoes
you go,
or something.
yeah,
Yeah, and as
Your performance
my
outfit.
first bunch of steps, my ears are still ringing, so I don't notice that I still have like little like walking like symbols on my.
The bandolier of bells is still around your leg, so it's still like
yes,
ching,
yeah.
every step.
I'm probably like hopping, dancing around too, like not noticing, just like probably like popping my head up too high above the crowd.
You're on the post wind
Yeah.
high.
Yeah, we're all stomping around.
guys.
Yeah. Moving probably a little too fast, maybe trying to get over there.
I'm like, Poppy, stop. I'm trying to pay attention to Poppy.
You know, I really liked that.
You're okay. It's okay. You're safe. It's fine.
Being
Absolutely
being
not
on the
Stacey.
stage was really fun. Like, I didn't think it would be so exciting.
I mean, a practical education is the best. I've been on the road for the better part of a year doing what basically amounts to my independent study, and it's been quite rewarding and much more than I could have learned back at school.
Yeah. Well, I guess I need to get out a little more.
You're really good.
Yeah, you did a really
You.
good job until all of the killing.
Well, I mean, we didn't start it, right?
Yeah.
You know, there, at least there's that.
Fair enough.
Didn't really learn anything. Like,
Oh yeah, did I get any tips?
Did you have a hat on the stage?
I
You're
I
asking-
assume there's a typical.
Tip jar?
Yeah, there's always something up there.
That was an incredibly high performance
It was
check.
like 26.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's way up
Yeah,
there.
you did really
There's a couple good ones, yeah.
I'll say
He had like multiple songs in the mid 20s.
53 gold.
Wow, that's very well received.
From various patrons and whatnot. But yes, I'll say that there was you managed to before the end kind of get your cut.
Well, not bad for my first job.
Amazing.
You have to play an encore next time.
Yeah,
Well done.
Yeah,
we should. Yeah, put on more shows. That was good.
If we're ever in a pinch, seems like that's a viable option. What?
Anara's right though. We haven't really learned anything.
Well,
Yeah.
we did
the
learn.
cultists have no information on them about these cultists. They just, one of them said to me, wherever we were, I guess they will say
It
that.
Yeah,
seemed
That
like
was
One of them was going after Sledgehog. Like,
Mm.
going straight after Sledgehog.
You really want that box?
After
I think they knew it was.
Yeah,
They
they
must have known the box was there.
Yeah.
so it must be known.
were they tipped off? Was it magic?
Well,
They could see it apparently, regardless.
Well, we
so-
saw them cast some sort of spell from a scroll, and then they immediately looked at him. So
That's what that scrolls.
and we must be known to them at least at some level that.
But no sign of the box's original owners at all, which was our hope.
I think we should get rid of it. They can find us with it.
We have to figure out maybe what's inside before that happens, just so that nothing falls into the wrong hands or
I think
goes
we
awry.
really need to find who it was originally supposed to be delivered to. They must know more about what's in it or what it does. We have the box and the key.
Maybe we should open it.
It seems
that's
very
good.
dangerous to
I think
open
it's
it.
a good idea.
We could open it.
We also
Take a
have
peek.
the opportunity of finding Kiln.
Yeah.
He might know something.
He's supposed
He
to
was
try
supposed to
and
be
come
waiting
tonight.
for these people. We
Wow.
invited
Oh,
him.
isn't he at the loose cannon maybe?
He was
You
invited.
might be
You
there.
invited him, right?
He was invited. It doesn't mean he was
Well,
going to show.
he hangs out at the loose cannon, so we're headed back
TV's
there.
there.
Yeah.
He's our only lead.
Yeah.
Did you leave a message for him under her door?
Under his door, yeah, I did. But he wasn't in. He had already left, so I'm not sure if he's still in or not.
Maybe we can find out who hired him to.
Yeah.
He was looking for the box too, right?
He was
Or-
looking
Yeah,
for the
he's
person
working with the people
who was bringing the box.
that we're going to receive. Yeah.
Well, let's check back there. Maybe he's there.
Yeah, you guys can meet him.
As we stumble our way very
My
loudly
friends.
and non-stealthily back to the loose cannon.
Yep. Those stealth checks were not forgotten. You're kind of like moving pretty well though. The energy is keeping you moving pretty quickly through the city, stealthily or not. And you're able to kind of climb out of the more dock kind of industrial part of Port Elsewhere back into the main city proper towards the actual like town square where you know the loose cannon is. As you're heading in that direction, you're kind of like walking down a street, and as you kind of turn a corner, Tem, you kind of like turn the corner and instantly bump right into somebody, and the
Oh,
constable you
excuse
bumped
me.
into turns
Oh.
around and kind of looks at you and kind of like raises a lantern a little bit. It's in the evening, kind of looks up at you.
Pardon me. Sorry. Wasn't looking where I was going.
Oh, apologies. We're just establishing checkpoints here. Where are you headed?
Oh, back to my inn for the night.
Interesting. These companions with you? Kind of gestures vaguely to the people behind.
Yeah, we're all headed back to the same location. Yeah.
Interesting. All right. Have you been in town long?
I have been here a couple of days just for the excitement of the train. It was the draw.
The rest of your companions are same. Been in the city long?
No, I arrived on the train and was a victim in the attack and managed to escape with my life.
Young lady, please come with me. We'll take you down to the tower, the Centurion Tower, and for questioning, make sure
Why?
that you're taken care of.
They already asked me questions at the scene.
Father, forgive us. We will check the research documents. What is your name, young lady?
Oh, Mabel Highhill?
You mean Mabel Highhill?
Yeah.
Kind of like checks a little notepad. Very well. I will check down to the Centurion Tower and make sure that your account has been documented.
Yeah,
You're
of course.
all staying in the same place. What inn are you staying at? Just in case we need to follow up. You good record of people coming in and out of the city lately.
When
We
we,
don't
know
were,
of any
when we
other
were
ones.
headed out of town toward the lighthouse, you said that we passed a couple inns. Do I happen to remember? Oh, I don't remember.
History check.
17.
17? That's high enough. You remember a couple like names of places that you kind of passed by. You remember like the Ivy Hall Inn. You remember don't remember the name of it, but you remember like a small building with like kind of orange paints on the outside that was clearly a sort of small inn hosting people that were here in town. So you are at least able to, if not give a name or at least a description of one of those places.
Yeah, I'll say. It's on the way out of town toward the lighthouse, orange building. Don't remember the name.
Yes, I know the place.
What is the name actually?
Always.
Just so we can find it, okay?
I believe it's the marigold. The marigold.
That's the one, the marigold. We are staying at the marigold.
Very well. All right. Kind of like gives everybody kind of like a one last look over one more time before kind of like nodding and waving.
Yeah.
Kind of on.
Yeah, as this is happening, I would probably like similar thing as before, kind of try and step over Nik-Nak to get him underneath my cloak again, and so he could like grab onto my leg. Just whoop.
With tail sticking out.
Yeah.
Kind of like moving and turning the corner, and you kind of keep on stepping by. As you kind of move away from the constable, you kind of hear from the middle of the group, "Why did you lie to that guy?"
Because
Because we're playing a game.
We just had a serious situation that just happened back at the music box.
he could have been working with the bad
We
guys.
need to regroup. I am all for going to the proper authorities when we have the information that we need. And I think Harmony is with me on this too. We've been doing some research about these incidents that have been happening in town. So that's what we've been working on, and a little bit of why we put the show on tonight.
We don't want to bring any trouble down on those kind
Yeah.
where you
Are
work.
you guys like private investigators?
Of a sense.
Basically, yeah.
Yes.
We have inquisitive minds, and there's been incidents that have happened in this city that we have seemingly got involved with now. So
At
we're
this
trying to
point-
figure it out.
I mean, I get it. There are like, adventures and stuff come through town. And usually they're just like, here for like a day or two and they're off on some, great thing. But like, I didn't think anything was going to happen here. If you guys are like trying to help out elsewhere, that's great.
Yeah, I
There's-
guess that is kind of our group.
Yeah.
And I mean, at this point, we have more information on what's going on than the guards. We might as well finish our investigation
trying-
before we present the whole case to them.
The whole story, because there's a lot happening here than I think more people realize.
That makes sense. That makes perfect sense. And she kind of like nods, and then suddenly like you see this sort of like subtle change in her personality, where she's like walking like with ever so slightly more confidence that she thinks that she's
in
with like
cool
a
crowd.
she's
The
a
cool
cool
crowd.
crowd.
Yeah.
She's pretty sure she's like, oh, I'm safe because I'm with like
Join the scooty gang.
Yeah.
She starts
The
scrapping.
meddling kids.
Yeah.
Yes.
But no, she walks along with you guys. Stealth check aside, not too long before you get back to the loose cannon, which once you kind of get there, Poppy kind of skips up and out from the middle of you guys and sort of like leads the way, and she kind of like kind of comes up to the door and she's like, yeah, you guys still have your room for the night, and even if you don't come for the rest of the night, let me talk to the owner, and if he knows that one of our clients is the private investigators looking for something that went down at the train station, then maybe he can make an exception. Or something.
Well, maybe we should keep that between us,
Just for now.
as we're trying to figure this out. We are happy to pay for a room for longer if we need to.
Oh, okay, and then I'll just oh wait. I sort of called out sick when you told me the concert was gonna be tonight, so if I go back in there, they're gonna know. But I'll be at work tomorrow, so I'll be at the desk tomorrow.
Okay. All right. We'll find you tomorrow. Yeah. You just go home. You know the way.
Yeah.
Okay.
Stay safe.
It's not gonna be any more like weird.
No, you'll be fine.
No.
You'll be okay.
You'll be okay.
All right. I will take that way because it has the most streetlights.
Oh, hold on. I'm gonna like pull a dagger out and be like, no, it's okay. It's okay. Handle side forward toward her, just for safety.
She kind of holds it like this. Thanks.
Oh.
So she starts walking with it
She'll be
like
fine.
this.
She'll be alright.
And she starts
Keep
walking.
the point down.
She'll be okay.
Don't run with it.
And you watch as this halfling girl starts to walk off in the shadows with a knife out in front of her, just like this, and just, as brave as she can.
She might
She's a
keep
nice.
people away just because
I like
they-
her. Yeah, she's cool.
Intimidating.
they think she's a little off, maybe.
She is definitely going to stab someone.
Yeah.
Okay, let's get inside.
Yeah. I'm
Yeah.
tired.
You return to the loose cannon. You say that literally like, "Oh, I'm so tired." As you open the door, you open into a rowdy and raucous kind of like typical tavern. Like a night. Fairly typical from the looks of it. The tavern is divided into the main floor, which is kind of, you walk in, there's that sort of foyer entrance, and the stairs that go upstairs, and then off to the left is the open kind of tavern room. A lot of drunken sailors, off-duty constables, and everyday citizens just enjoying their night here. Do you kind of just skirt right upstairs?
I'm going to take a quick look around the common room.
Cool.
See if I recognize either Kiln
Yeah.
or the women, the rangers who were here the first time.
Makes sense.
I'll also look for Kiln.
Probably take Sledgehog straight to the room.
Yeah.
I'm gonna do a perception check, but I would like to smell the room and see if I smell the acrid smell of any of the teal potion or anything like that in here.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
There you go. Give me a snoot check.
Can I help Tem just kind of looking for traces of more of the kind of culty people?
My roll was a
9.
22.
22.
Would that be perception or investigation for me?
Perception.
Okay. Yeah, it's only an 11, even with advantage.
You kind of the trunk kind of drifts up a little bit, sniffs the air a little bit. You smell a lot of alcohol and the stains of old alcohol.
Uh-huh.
There's a faint little bit of gunpowder in the air, which you're not quite sure if it's fresh or just part of the atmosphere of the loose cannon.
Yeah.
But there's
a bit too musty and muddled in here.
a little too, air's a little bit too polluted.
They need
one
to
way or another.
air this place out. It's quite stuffy.
Zakkai, as you kind of scan the main room, pretty lot going on in there. But at first glance, no sign of Kiln and no sign of the elven woman that were there before you.
Okay,
Let's head up.
back to the room.
Yeah, as we kind of shift upstairs, if we kind of have a loft up to the side, can I do a quick check to see if I see anyone that could have I guess if we're seeing some of these people having beastly augmentations, seeing if any has weird other someone has a triple eye or a weird horn coming out or a weird tail for no real reason.
That's
Yeah.
Give a perception check.
How many crab people?
Yeah. That would just be a 10 for me.
10. Kind of looking around the room. It's you almost kind of get you do a quick couple double takes as you see oh my god, there's a tail. Oh, it's just a lizard folk person. They have tails. And you say, oh my god, there's horns. Oh, this is a teeth. They have horns. So you see a couple of signs, but then it's all normal. So you're not quite sure if you're saw anything or not, but you're certain that anything that you saw, any extra appendages, anything like that, would be normal for that person.
I will be basically asking Nik-Nak every single one of those things, and you'll just be re-clarifying for me.
Tiefling. Tabaxi.
Okay. Claws? Are the claws okay?
Yeah. That's okay.
Heading back up to the, I believe it was 1 or 2 rooms.
I asked for one.
It was one room. Yeah.
You asked for one?
Yeah. So we're piling in.
On the way up, I'll quickly scoot out along the first floor hallway and just see if I can get a sense of whether Kiln is in his room.
As you kind
It
of
was on 8, I think it was on 12.
Nah, I think you're right.
As you walk down the hall towards room 8, your passive perception, I'll say, is high enough that you the closer you get to the room, there's that faint whiff of ash and sulfur on the air. And you suddenly hear a faint sound of just 2 faint footsteps landing behind you as someone drops from the ceiling. And you hear a very slow, that slow metallic shh of a sword being drawn, and you feel a faint, the degrees of the air behind you go up a few degrees, and there's like a faint flickering of like kind of firelight behind you, and you hear a voice. Looking for me?
Wrong hallway. I'll turn around.
You feel a faint poke in the back. That direction's fine. Do you still turn around?
I will do a forward flip away from him to turn around.
Give me an acrobatics check.
Mm-hmm.
That is 18.
18. That one's gone forever.
3 didn't count.
You kind of like flip forward and kind of like turn around, having rolled 18 on your acrobatics checks. He also rolled 18 on his acrobatics checks as he rolls forward. You're just in the exact same spots, just now you're just facing the other way. As you kind of like land and turn, and he lands, and his flaming sword kind of like held about a foot away from you.
What do you want?
Could ask you the same question.
I said I'm on the wrong hallway.
I don't think you are.
And?
Look, I just want some answers. I'm here in town, running a job, doing a business. You come poking around asking questions, and the next day, you're poking around again. Bit
We have a
too
room
close for a coincidence.
upstairs.
Did you have that room before or after you talked to me?
My friend booked it.
Before or after?
I don't recall.
Oh, okay.
Anyhow, I'm just gonna go back to my room.
I'll do the same.
I'll back down.
It's you mirror each other as you like take a step back. He takes a step back. It's that kind of awkward opposite where you just sort of reverse circle each other and then switch positions as he's now in front of room 8. And still has the sword up.
You can put that away. I'm not going to hurt you.
I'll keep it just fine.
Very well. We're upstairs if you want to talk.
What room?
I'm sure you can find us. And I'll just walk out. I'll turn my back and then on him and walk to the stairs.
Got it. Alright. You head back
As soon
upstairs.
as I'm around the corner and he can't see me, I run up the stairs.
Turn all the lights on behind you. Down to catch the
Hang on.
As we're just like
Oh,
getting
he's
in the room.
downstairs.
Oh, you ran in?
Kind of jumped out at me when I was just looking at the corridor.
Like he attacked you?
Not exactly, but he threatened me.
This is kill him?
He's suspicious.
Yeah.
He knows we're asking questions.
Did he ask
He may
about
be
me?
on his way up to say something, to talk to us.
Well, isn't that kind of what we wanted? You wanted to
Well,
talk
he's
to him,
suspicious
right?
of him
Why
too.
don't we just work with him instead of...
Yeah,
I
that's
just
Fighting.
wanted us all to be there. So he may come
Okay.
up.
yeah. We'll see if he comes up tonight. If not, I think we all need some sleep.
Yeah, I'd like to.
Oh, cat counter.
Cat counter.
I'd like to get this thing out of Sledgehog as soon as possible. So
Well, if we know that he's in his room downstairs, why don't we just go talk to him now?
Perhaps
How are we
better
all
on
feeling?
our own territory.
Yeah.
Was he in a talking mood?
He pulled the sword on me.
We'll let
So
him.
that sounds like a yes.
We'll let him come to us.
he seems like he's a little on edge. If we all approach him at once,
And
he
if
could-
Clearly suspicious.
And if we're looking-
suspicious of us.
If we're looking for answers, we should not antagonize people, at least in the beginning, before we know what their motives are.
Yeah.
So let's
Yeah.
maybe settle.
Play it cool.
We could bring him breakfast in the morning, maybe.
Let's see if he visits.
Pastry? How could
Get him some.
anyone be
Oh,
mad at
everyone
bringing him a
loves-
pastry?
Everyone loves a cinnamon roll.
Do you know what his favorite flavor profile is?
We didn't really talk that much.
Cinnamon?
I'll make a guess.
Something spicy.
Very smoky.
He might be a sweet and spicy guy.
Do we need another
I'm betting
room?
on it.
These are small rooms, I assume.
Yeah, they're fairly small.
I mean, I can sleep on the floor.
2 beds, at least.
I'm used to the floor.
As am I, but I don't think I'm willing to. I know I'm quite large, so I'll put myself in a corner if need be.
Would it be uncomfortable for 6 of us to be in the same room? Pretty
It's
tight.
tight, yeah.
We got some shorties, some normal height, one big guy. You know.
It's the fact that you guys have the weirdest kind of like size
Yeah.
dynamics. Pretty much we've got every size here.
Are they like full-size beds or twin beds?
2 twins.
2 twins.
Or fulls, I guess.
Who wants a bed?
Head to
Full is-
foot?
I don't need to. I can just sit.
Just take a pillow on the floor.
Well, I'll take a bed.
I can do the floor.
I can just burrow.
If you guys are
I am
fine
a-
with the
I am
floor,
a
then I mean,
brown
I'll take
fellow.
one of the beds.
I don't mind the floor.
Well, I'll take it.
Can you get a little
The other
sand
bed
pile
then.
for us to die?
Great. Yeah, I can
Yeah.
give you sand pile. Yeah, absolutely.
It's like
I'll
rolled
be
into like a
molded-
little dustpan.
Well, this worked
molded
out.
to
Yeah.
all your, you know,
My
contours of
feet
body.
might stick out over the edge a little bit, but I'll make it work.
As you kind of like sit down on the bed, Tam, it's there's that.
Urgh.
As you feel the mattress hit the floor.
I will
I'll
sit
fix
like
that.
cross-legged, like
Turned it into a
right
futon.
next,
I can mend that.
Right next to the door.
right next to the door, listening.
Um,
I'm gonna cast Monolith and give a little support underneath the bed for time.
Yeah.
kind of like build a
Yeah.
fake level of sand.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, Basil, you're kind of like chinchilla rolling in like a little
Yeah, a little
pile of
pile
sand.
that. Yeah. That's kind of made for me. And
I'm
then taking like an air canister.
assuming
probably-
that we're not interrupted in the first. I'm going to spend the first hour and just examine this dagger closely that I picked up over from one of the cultists.
Absolutely.
And spend like an hour short resting and just examining it to see what I can learn about its nature.
Yeah, give me. Just fine. Give me a either investigation or Arcana check. Up to you.
17. And it's the same roll with whichever, so I guess Arcana. Is it magical?
As you like feel the kind of weight in the dagger, you do like as you kind of like turn it over in your fingers, it definitely seems to kind of the weight of it seems like tilted and lean, a bit better than before. A simple way of telling that it is a magical weapon, at least. And I'll say that just for the flavor, no hit points taken away or anything like that. But as you're kind of like messing with it, at one point you kind of like run your finger kind of along the blade to test the sharpness, and there is a faint kind of like cut that will heal very quickly for you over time. But as you kind of like draw blood slightly, hand with it and the blade in the other, as the blood is drawn, you almost feel like a tingling run up the hand that's holding the blade, and you become acutely aware of yourself. Weirdly, giving you the inclination that if this blade were to cut somebody, you would know where they are.
Oh.
This blade will cut.
That's cool.
It will find.
If there's other stuff that we can be doing during the night,
Absolutely.
Nik-Nak is going to, after he spends a little bit of time like mending Sledgehog, he's going to take out just an empty bag, and he's going to reverse like flip it inside out, and then he's gonna like open Sledgehog, take out a couple of tools. He's gonna take out like a brand that like a really short brand that's got like a little infinity symbol on it, and he's going to like say some magic words in Draconic, and it'll start to sort of like glow red, and he's going to brand like 4 infinity symbols on the inside of the bag, and then he's gonna flip it inside out, and I'm going to change my artificer infusion from the rope of climbing into a bag of holding. And then he's going to take the cube out of Sledgehog and put it into the bag of holding.
Very smart.
Smartest guy I know.
By the way, everyone, we have a bag of holding.
Oh,
What?
Which is
great.
There's a sudden like jostle in your hand as the bag kind of like forces itself over and the cube it kind of like rolls on the ground.
Shit!
That's
That's supposed to happen?
very unusual. Would I have
It
like
doesn't
read
stay.
of any sort of like reason for this?
Make an Arcana check with
Even a
advantage.
regular bag holds things. What is this kind of bag?
Could I make a check too about that since
You said Arcana?
Yeah.
17.
17?
Try it again.
8.
Maybe
You're
it's
not
like
quite
a
sure.
fucking ball
Shocked.
game.
Yeah, it totally shocks you. Harmony, you know that like you are aware of how bags of holding work. They're not like completely unheard of or they are uncommon, but like not unheard of. And you know the kind of general rule about them. It's a bottomless bag that you kind of reach into and you can ask for something that's inside and pull it out. You do know that bags that are like this, handy haversacks, bottomless, or what do you call them, portable holes, things like that, tend to not be able to hold something else that also holds extra-dimensional space.
You know, I have read about something like this. It doesn't happen often, but it's because the space inside the bag of holding is itself kind of an extra dimensional space, you can't put another similar extra dimensional object inside of it. It's
It's a
kind of
paradox.
You
I
can't
didn't even
put
think
a
about
big
that.
space in
So-
a small space in a
Yeah.
small space.
like how you
Right.
would never put a bag of holding into
Oh,
another
okay,
bag
that
of
makes
holding.
way more sense.
And because it happened to the cube, that must mean that the
It's got a
inside of the
pocket?
cube is some sort of multi-dimensional, extra-dimensional,
The cube has pockets?
vast
It
realm.
means open it outside.
So I
Ooh.
definitely think we should not open the cube. Can we put the key in the bag of holding?
Yeah, I'll put the key in the back of the
Just drops in.
Right. Well, at least we can kind of hide that
That
part.
does.
Yeah, keep them
I mean,
separate.
that obviously raises a lot of questions, but it also gives some possible answers. It, could be any number of things: a pocket dimension, some sort of extra
Portal.
planar portal.
We definitely shouldn't open it now. Well, this does, I mean, the only thing that would have been good about putting it in a bag of holding is then if anybody had magic to track it, they wouldn't be able to track it to us if it was in the bag.
That's how they got to Sledgehog. So
Maybe
But I get
tomorrow.
the sense that that was the spell they cast, and perhaps
right.
it isn't a permanent
Yeah,
means
yeah.
of tracking.
They could cast it again. So maybe tomorrow we find a way
I
to
don't know magic.
dampen.
Does,
Well, a
does
lot of
that
times-
work from miles away? Or
I don't know.
Do I
Yes.
know enough about magic to maybe have detected an object from
I'm making an Arcana check.
It's like, do you remember anything from that scroll,
Damn it.
maybe?
15?
15. 15 Arcana checks high enough to kind of reach back into your memory. You kind of at least knew that you used a spell scroll. You were the one that's seeing it through the holes there. You do know that it was a locate object spell, which I believe only has a duration for an hour. Could be longer. Let me check because that's a high enough roll.
It's definitely an hour.
I think
What
it's
it
like
was.
1,000.
And I think it's like
yeah,
in a
I think
mile.
it's a
maybe.
1,000 feet.
It's
Yeah,
a-
1,000 feet or something.
Yeah.
Oh,
Something
yeah.
like
Yeah,
that.
it's like a quarter mile.
Something
almost.
that's well known to you, and then within 1,000 feet. Yeah.
It only lasts 10 minutes.
Okay.
I'm sure. Cool.
And does he know the range?
15. I'll say the distance that you remember is it's a good amount of distance, maybe a mile.
Yeah, they can look pretty far, but it doesn't last very long.
But
Would I, Harmony, know of any way to block or prevent that spell around an object?
I'll say even no roll required based on like the school that you've been to and stuff. You know that there's ways to either mask something or like put an enchantment on it to keep it from being detected. It's possible. Do you know how to do it? No.
Well,
But I think we could maybe find someone who could.
or
You can go back to the
find a
library.
book that can tell us.
Yes, exactly. And speaking of books,
Oh.
I'm going to then take the Titan book, the memoir and mythos of Terragia that was mentioning all the Titans and stuff, and start coming through and looking for mentions of like portals or extra dimensional stuff in there. Now that we know that might be a lead for whatever is in this box.
Yeah, you can roll an investigation check.
And while you're rolling, Nik-Nak, you kind of work with a lot of like tinkering and potion vial. You have a lot of vials, that kind of thing. I wonder if do you think you could make an antidote for the serum that the cult seems to be using on people? If we had an antidote, maybe if we were attacked by, I think what were just common civilians that were experimented on, then we wouldn't have to fight and kill innocent people. We could just try to give them an antidote instead.
That's some really good idea. I'm not too well versed with alchemical stuff, but I've dabbled. I could try.
We could all maybe.
Anara might know how.
I'll help.
Okay.
And I know a bit about herbalism.
And I if there's something I remember from a book or reading it or anything like that, I think maybe if we all work together, we could try to
Can you make
come up with
tools?
something.
Like, roll this. Just dive in.
I have a poisons kit.
I'll
I do
give
not
her-
have an alchemist.
I'll give
I
her.
do not own alchemist supplies right now.
Bag of alchemist supplies.
Excellent, thank you.
That was investigation, you said?
Yes.
7. I'm not rolling well tonight.
7.
Yeah.
Well, as you're kind of like scrolling through the book, flipping through the
I-
book. I'm too used to.
There are scrolls in this
Scrolling
world.
through
There are
scrolls.
scrolls in this
Scrolls.
world. But this
Scrolls.
is a book,
Yes,
and we
it's a
flip.
book. As
Yeah.
you're flipping through
Yes.
the book. No mention or any. There's like the occasional mention of like, because it covers the planet.
Right,
essentially.
right.
Like, there's a brief mention of like, oh, and portals to this plane or that plane. Other than that, there's no real hard fast.
Okay.
How many vials do we have of this blue liquid again?
I've
Like
got
a
one.
few different ones, right?
I
We
picked one
have-
up in the bar and in the underground laboratory, so I have 2.
We have
I had
some
had
of
one
the
that I had
ones-
got, and I gave one to you as well, too, right?
Yeah, we have some of the bright teal
Yeah.
That I had scraped
kind
off.
of goop from
And there's
the
the goop.
wall. We
Uh-huh.
have a
And
vial
there's
of
the-
the aqua.
the
Aqua
diluted
one.
Aqua
And
Divita.
the one that the
And-
clear liquid
and we have
that the guy had in the bar.
We
The
have the
one that.
pool, the one that they
Yeah,
carried,
is that the
and
liquid or
the orange.
blue or the ooze?
the orange one, and the more gelatinous seed.
Yeah.
The vials that you got from the bar just tonight have that more kind of liquidy.
So like
That was the like intense one that the guy.
diluted one.
Mhm.
Yes, the diluted one, the one that's clearly more
That's not
less
like
goopy.
not oozy, but
Oh, does that one match the one that the guy took, like the whole
That's
swig
more
of
from the pool.
underground?
Yeah.
Seems pretty similar.
Okay. Okay.
That was
So
the.
maybe
I,
they might be
I
slightly different.
investigated that one.
Right,
But I think I gave
right.
it back to you, didn't I?
Mhm.
Oh, maybe. I don't know. It might be in my inventory.
Like
Lifeblood, yeah.
The nectar.
Keepers the nectar.
Yeah, I wrote down that I did a medicine check on it, but I don't remember keeping it. So, but if I did, I can add it to my.
I don't have it in here. I had wrote down I had a bottle of ooze, the teal ooze.
I know we definitely scraped some off the.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
wall.
So
I'll
it's
say
somewhere.
I say I have
Yeah,
2.
yeah, yeah.
Anything else you all doing in the evening before kind of bunking down for the night?
If anyone wants to practice languages.
Well,
I'm tired.
should we start? Can we like actually mechanically like try to work on looking at one of the vials and trying to like come up with an antidote,
sure.
or like
Yeah, I can get a
I'll
full
help with
rest
that.
in by trancing for just 4 hours, so I can spend the rest of the time that if we're long resting
Yeah.
Yeah.
overnight, I can spend 4 hours.
Tem will fall
Working
asleep
on-
with the book, kind
working
of
on
like,
whatever.
and snoring through his trunk, and just.
because if we do manage to figure it out, we can load up that crossbow that we got with the antidote, and we can just have, a curative crossbow.
That is pretty sick.
Isn't that cool?
I'd rather not hurt any more people. That'd be nice. But
I mean, I
if,
guess it
if
would
they're
be a
choosing
minor,
to do this kind
minor
of thing,
injury
it's hard
from
to
the
say.
piercing. But
Yeah, and for the leg, they'll probably be fine.
I will cast a alarm on the room for the night.
I'll just play a little lullaby on the lyre.
Deeper
As
snores
we're-
come from Tem's snout.
I'm gonna help Anara try to figure out this potion until Zakkai eventually gets real eepy and just like is passing out at the workstation or whatever they're like, working around. And then I'll be at my sleep eventually.
Maybe worth one of us keeping up for a couple hours. I can watch the rest of the night.
Yeah,
Just what I'm.
I can do it.
Anara, give me a. Let's see.
So I don't know what stat alchemist supplies as it uses actually.
For this, we will use intelligence for it. You're getting a lot of help, so you can roll with advantage. But yeah, go ahead.
And my proficiency bonus plus intelligence.
Mhm.
Okay, so plus 2. Ooh, dirty 20.
Nice.
So yeah, I already did a medicine check on it, so I knew a little bit about the acrid properties of each of them, and that one is a sort of milder form than the other. I remember that from the check we did before. So this time we're focusing on: do I know anything about things that would reagents that would reverse it, that would block it, that would appear to inactivate it? That's what I'm trying to do with the.
It's only thanks to having like both some skill and training in this and access to alchemist supplies and whatnot. You're able to sort of not a completely reverse engineer it. The more that you kind of study this, the more foreign it seems almost. The more that you try to like find answers or solutions or a solid thing to call this, the answers almost just get further away from you as it gets. While you understand it more, it just gets more confusing, if that makes sense. You kind of like are able to see that it does indeed like have a transmutative process to it. Any kind of biological thing that consumes this seems to take on a new unpredictable adaptation or some sort of mutation that comes with it. You're able to kind of spend a couple hours in the evening, probably once Zakkai has fallen asleep and you've had some quiet, to kind of not fully.
Are you finished yet? What about this? You tried this?
Have you tried this one?
Just pouring things in.
The guy's having a great time.
You're not able to fully reverse engineer it. You imagine that you would need a lot more equipment, time, stuff to do that. However, you're able to kind of, at least, you can map out sort of future steps that you need to do with.
So does it feel like with more time, maybe different equipment, maybe advice from someone who is an expert, I could eventually get there? Like I kept working at it.
Absolutely, it seems
it's just like a problem that I could keep working on. Do I have any sense with that role of how far away I am from getting or making progress that would actually allow me to?
In terms of like coming up with a complete antidote or reversing agent, I'll say you're a good 35% done.
Okay. So once I've made that progress and I guess 2 or 3 hours have passed, once I realize I've got up to the time where I would need to, I would just sort of sit again in my cross-legged thing, close my eyes, and trance out the rest of the time. I'm conscious while this happens.
Yes, you are. Alright.
Meditation.
Zakkai, are you actually waking up to take a watch?
Yeah. If I am
he's
woken.
waking up. Because when I finish working, I'm gonna kick him.
Okay.
Ow! In the liver.
What is wrong with you? I need that.
Zakkai.
What?
I need to trance. I
Oh.
need to rest.
Yeah.
Just
I'm good.
Listen out in case our smoky friend from downstairs.
Oh, I'll be looking out for him.
Zakkai, make a perception check for me.
Do I smell barbecue? No. That's a 9.
9? No, you're fine. Night goes on, uneventful. There are a couple times throughout the night that it's one of those few moments where you like realize it and then catch yourself and your eyes open and you're not quite sure how long they've closed. It could have been
Real life.
Relatable.
Anara's looking right at you.
Could have been a few
Sitting
seconds.
there.
Could have been an hour. You're not sure.
You sleep like Gandalf.
Anara, do you trance with your eyes open?
I do. Yeah.
A couple times throughout the night, you
So
kind of look over.
We travel together, so
Yeah, I
you
would
know that I'm resting.
Yeah.
But
It's
you
still-
also know that if you say
Still
stuff,
never
I
easy,
hear it.
yeah.
So, but it's a little freaky.
No, even knowing it's there, it's still it's a little off-putting.
Anara, can you turn or something?
She doesn't respond because she's asleep.
I heard it, but I didn't respond.
Otherwise, yeah,
I'll keep
nice
watching
goes
you.
by, peaceful, and actually no. What was your perception check?
Oh.
That was a 9.
9?
Yeah, it was nice.
1 second. There's one thing that happens at night that you do notice. There is a faint, maybe around like 4 or 5 a.m. There's a faint kind of like a rattling, and you look over and you see the spear that is Sledgehog, kind of like rocking gently back and forth before like one of those like slatted like pieces that kind of help him fold over into ball form. Kind of just like squeaks open a little bit, and you see a few fingers trying to pull themselves out as the severed hand kind of drops out onto the floor, and you watch as it starts trying to pull itself along the floor. And we're gonna pick up there next.
What?
Well, there is just one thing.
There's just one thing.
Oh, by the way,
One little thing.
by the way,
Just
I
just
guess
a little
it's
bit.
good we kept it, or maybe not.
I'm glad we kept it on ice.
Yes,
Don't
yeah.
worry about that. Oh, nothing
my
happens.
God.
Oh, wait a minute.
We have thing.
Yeah.
And
We're
it's
keeping
my-
it.
It's my
And your friend
project.
Selja.
It's my
Your
like
contact.
literary idol. I don't know.
I mean, we've been keeping it on ice, but I
Yeah.
feel like that ice is probably spilled by now. So
Oh, yeah,
it's
it's-
Melted inside
Yeah.
of your sledgehammer.
It's all been
Hey. Nice job.
It's all
everyone.
waterlogged.
Vaguely damp, kind of like water swollen.
Oh,
But
wow.
thanks, guys. We're gonna pick up here next time. Join us next time for the episode of TOT, and until then, don't touch any of the goopy stuff.
Drink it.
Yeah.
No.
Bye.
Bye,
everyone.